Hey everybody! Purpose of this video is to get you some solutions to our margin of error quiz, our first variability quiz. I like it first because even though we were just getting into standard deviations and whatnot, you can at least get into the realm of what it means to not have the exact center of a population when you draw a sample. And that's what I like about it. You don't need to actually do a computation to do this other than a simple addition and subtraction. So anyway, we've got least liked congressional leaders, which is most of them, I would imagine. So you got Pelosi, you got this guy here whose name I forget, you got Birner, and you got Mitch McConnell. So we got four of them here. I asked you to find Harry Reid, that's right. Find the margin of error at the poll, which of course is at the bottom in tiny font. Holy crap, I can't even read that. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. The maximum margin of sampling error is plus or minus 4 percentage points. Boom! 4 percentage points. So we know that whatever statistic they've given us is not the parameter, that's the sample statistic, which means we got to add and subtract that to give a larger net. So let's see. When Gallup makes the claim 31% of Americans view Pelosi favorably and 48% unfavorably, they actually don't really mean that. They mean those percentages plus or minus the margins of error. So down here, I have you guys plugging and chugging that 4% in with the actual sample statistics. So take a look. I gave you Nancy Pelosi's unfavorable rating. They say it's 48%, but you know you have to add and subtract 4% from that to give a range of values. So it might be as low as 44% or as high as 52%. 44 is 48 minus 4, and 52 is 48 plus 4. And I think you know where this is heading. Going for Harry Reid, John Birner, and Mitch McConnell all along the way. Just add and subtract 4% all the way. So 38% minus 4 is 34% for Harry Reid, or as high as 42% for Harry Reid. So clearly, with 95% confidence, and don't worry about that till Math 244, but you've got a difference between Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi, because his only goes as high as 42, or hers only goes as low as 44. Okay, more on that in a second. Birner down here could be as low as, let's see, he's at 41, so he might be as low as 37, or could be as high as 45. And that is meaningful. Down lower, we'll come back to that. Mitch McConnell's unfavorable rating. Let's see, Mitch is over here at 34, so his unfavorable could be as low as 30 or as high as 38. So that's just adding and subtracting 4% from each of those each of those sample statistics. Based on your work in 2, can you support the claim that Pelosi is the least liked of congressional leaders? I can't, and neither can you. So let's see why. Her range goes from 44 to 52%. That means we are unsure of what the actual population feels about the unfavorable rating. Only way we know for sure is if we asked every single one of them, and we didn't do that. According to that poll, they asked about 1,000 or a couple thousand or something. Actually, with 4% margin of error, I'm guessing it was right around 1,000 people. So we're unsure of the true value. So we give it a range of 44 to 52. Birner's down here, though, went as low as, let me remind myself again, 37 or as high as 45. Now, the problem with that is his high value, 45, actually is in the range of Pelosi's value here. As a matter of fact, 44 and a half, 44, he's got a few values that are in Pelosi's. So it's impossible to distinguish whether or not Pelosi is the highest. I mean, yeah, 48 is a higher percentage than 41, but the only way that would be 100% meaningful is if we actually asked every single person in America. As it is, they didn't ask enough people to tell a difference between Birner and Pelosi. I mean, yeah, it looks like 48 is bigger than 41, but it's not a parameter, it's a statistic. So with the margin of error, you can't say with confidence that Pelosi is the least liked of congressional leaders. I do find it, of course, interesting, to say the least, that all of their sample statistics, unfavorables, are higher than their favorables, but I guess that's kind of the definition of Congress if you think about it. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Pay attention to those margins when you read them in the news, because you know they're not telling them to you. You have to go hunt for them. Be well, my friends.